Hey, 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 welcome back. Welcome back to the site. Like I was going to say the wrong channel, the Virgo channel. I tried to get on before my internet was not letting me go on. It was like not working, not working, not working, not working. And I purposely got up, rolled out of bed, literally look at this hair to do a video for you guys. And I was like, oh no, you're working today, bitch. You are working today because that's the mood that I'm in. And you know what? I was like, oh, this means something. Someone's connected to someone that keeps on, I'm coming, but then they stop. They're coming and they're stop. And they have a lot of anxiety. And I feel like it's triggering. That's what I feel like. It's triggering. So anyway, I finally made it on. Don't look at the hair. Now, for those of you that are new to my channel, my name is Laura, and I'm doing a general message for Virgo. Know that energy is fluid. Roles could be reversed. Just interpret the message as best resonates with you. I like to look at everything, but we take a lot more time to look at the spiritual blocks, the shadows, see how they play out as karmic themes, help you understand why a person does what they do, and what you can do to shape shift the energy, because a lot of times we're dealing with a karmic that keeps us stuck, ruminating, angry, and in a place of really disempowerment. Because whenever somebody agitates us or triggers us, and we don't really understand why they do what they do, especially if they're supposed to be our person, you can say you care about me, but that's what it looks like. You know, they do one thing, say another. Understand we need to see things from a spiritual perspective a lot of times in order to not take things personally. That allows you to not react from an emotional perspective. Because when you're dealing with a person that is any type of soulmate, what do people like to do when they get angry? They want to get underneath your skin. They want to get a reaction. Why? Because they care. Obviously, people that don't care, do they put their time there? No. So we have to learn to, again, look at things from a different perception. It's going to be very healing for you. And then understand, what are you supposed to do with that energy? Because when you're dealing with something that creates a lot of negative emotions, we just can't get rid of that energy. We actually have to transmute that energy. And it's within the transmutation process that you change the perceptions of a lot of people, because people tend to think that you'll react a certain way. But the bottom line is that if you know how to utilize your energy, you can transcend the limitations not just of other people's minds but your own. And that's what really grasping onto your spiritual sovereignty and really utilizing that powerful energy that everyone has inside of them, you can really create the life and the life that you want. It's just when we're stuck in these karmic themes and loops that keep us stuck, it's then we begin to really live self-fulfilling prophecies, because we're like, that's all we know. Healing. We've come to a place within our evolution that we need to learn how to heal spiritually, because there's too many people that are toxic, that have the power to really inflict pain, not because they're bad people, but because there hasn't been any education really to our society about spiritual health. There has been about religion, but no one really knows how to apply that to their life to get results. Everyone wants to be abundant. Everyone wants to feel loved. Everybody wants to feel good enough. You might say, hurt people over time don't care. But down deep inside at the core, everyone's love. It's just their experiences, create the distorted perceptions about themselves and the world around them. And that's where the habits and behaviorisms come from. And this is really, even though we want to know about the other person, because the ego mind always wants to know, it's more about your healing, so that eventually you can transcend the limitations of this experience. All right. Intuition is the underlying energy. So I feel like you're in separation from someone that there is a very strong ESP connection. ESP is through the heart and mind. It's like it's a knowing, it's clear cognizance, it's clear sentience. When you can feel so much, it just becomes, I don't know how I know, I just know. And that's, you and this person have that. So it's, again, past life karmic mate. So this person's trying to intuitively feel, are you mad at me? Are you not mad at me? Should I come to you? Should I not come to you? Which is why I felt like when I was trying to get on and then it kept telling me that I couldn't get on and I was getting aggravated. Well, it's almost like this person keeps trying to come and then they stop themselves. And they keep trying to reach out and then they stop themselves. So it's like, and you can feel that. And it's almost like you're like, just get it over with. You know what I mean? If it's going to happen, just get it over with. And this person, intuitively is, like I said, navigating the situation. Now, why are they navigating this situation and not just reaching out? We want to know where their motive is. Stubborn, because they don't want to seem emotionally, they don't want to seem like they're caving into you. So if they could figure out where you are, what you're doing, and again, almost like stalking you out. So I do believe that this person's stalking you out and then intuitively trying to figure out where you're going to be, how they can confront you, how they can talk to you without looking needy. So they're still in their ego, without looking transparent, like, oh, I care, like I fucked up, I want to talk to you, I need you. No, they don't want to come from that. That's like, they don't want to do that, because hey, they've been in separation from you for a while. Even if it's a week, it was too long for what it was. But I don't believe that it was a week. I believe that this person likes to push it, because it's like, I don't really want to give in. Even if I saw that I was wrong, I'm still, again, not going to, because, hey, that gives you the upper hand, which who the fuck thinks that way? Only a person that's wounded thinks that way. You always have to be right. You always have to be in control. Automatically that you don't want to be with a person. I'm going to tell you right now before we move on to the reading. When you deal with a person like this, you lose. You surrender. You don't play the game. When you don't play the game, they have nothing to control. And it frustrates them. And it, again, which is what you're doing, which is what I feel, it's making this person so angry. It's like, it's making this person angry because I have nothing to work with to manipulate you. I have nothing to, like, I have to be transparent because you're like, again, you already see it. And so the person is like, well, I don't want to get the blame. I'd like hear it. I already know what I did. And really, the truth of the matter is they're fearful that you're going to be like, I'm so disgusted with you. Fuck off. Because of this, because of your stubbornness. Really, it's like, okay, it's bad enough that you do what you do. But then on top of it, instead of fixing it, it's like, oh, this drawn out thing, and the thing is, you're not playing along with this person. This person, I feel like, is in a place of where they're really lonely and they're becoming impatient because, hey, a lot of time has gone by. And they've been sitting in the lies and the illusions of thinking that, oh, you'll come back, and the illusions of what they want to be perceived as, which isn't really who they are. And it's stupid. It's like almost like a child that's like, I don't want to be transparent, but the why? It's like, at this point, it's like, why? And why would you play along with it? It's like, this is what this person is like seeing. They're looking like an idiot now. I mean, because you're like, I'm not playing this game. Whatever it is that you're trying to get a reaction out of me, I'm not going to do. You're going to talk to other people, want to run around with other people, go ahead. You want to, whatever it is that you want to do, it's like, you're not going to get a reaction out of me. Because none of it's true anyway. You're spending so much time trying to get a reaction out of me. Where's your life? What are you creating? Nothing. That's again, like, and that's the thing. It's like, this person doesn't want to heal, go back in time. It's like, I just want to come back into your life and be like, hey, hi, stranger. Almost like they didn't do anything, and that, like, then they know that you're not going to be gentle. Like, maybe like you need to be concerned, almost like this person's like, you're not going to make it easy, and you're not, because you're going to like call them out on their shit, and that's what they know. So it's almost like, I feel like almost like a kid that the mother is there like, I know what you're doing. And the kid's like, oh no, I didn't eat the chocolate bar, but there's chocolate all over the kid's face. And you're like, you're really going to lie? And it's like, this person is like, I don't want to go back there because I don't really have the words to say. What am I going to say? It's like they're ashamed. So it's like, that's the thing that they need to heal it, and it's like, if they could just pop up, like bump into you somewhere, which is why I feel like intuitive. They're like, what can I do here? I mean, intuitively, and you're like not giving them anything. It's like nothing, like nothing. So they have nothing to work with. No reaction, no anything. Like the silence is deafening, is what I feel like for this person. Like I feel like they're laying awake at night. And so it's because it's like you're holding them without saying a word. It would be almost so much better if you cursed them out, if you would do something. But the silence is just making this person feel like they missed their chance. Like, wait a minute. Like, if you don't play along, then we have no way of getting back together again. This is how this person thinks. We have no way of getting back together again. And so I'm going to miss my chance, which is like almost like I need to create a fight with you. I need to bump into you. I need to create this illusion so that I can fix this. But I don't want you to call me out on anything that I've done in the past. And they're like, but I know who you are. Like, you're someone that's going to be like, as soon as I get back there, you're going to be like, so here's the past, as soon as, like, they won't even be able to say hi. And you're going to be like, the past, and that's like, let's talk about it. And this person wants to die. It's again. And so they're almost like, believe it or not, like seeking wisdom, and they have a lot of judgment on themselves because of what they did. Because again, you're not doing anything. You didn't say anything. You detached from this person. I don't think that you even said anything. You were just pretty much in your head, go screw yourself. And then like went along your thing because they said something, did something. Like to, again, act as if you were not as important as you are, to create the illusion. And really, they created all this so that you could chase them, so that you could, again, make them feel, superior. And what you did was you said, I'll be fucking damned. I see exactly what you're doing. So, of course, this person like looks like a meathead because it's like, it's like it backfired. It's like that whole thing backfired. So it's like, and this person like had to deal with these emotions and actually have to confront you. Well, we get to the real problem. They're an avoidant. They're someone that's like would rather drop dead. Their ego is so big because it's like, well, because of the rejection. It's not just. It's like, you're going to reject me. You're going to say that you're disgusted with me, that you're going to judge me for what I did. And I can't really fix it because I didn't fix it. I let time go by, hoping that the lines would get blurred, hoping that you would forget or that it would magically fix itself like that what avoidance do, which it doesn't fix itself. It makes it worse. And that's what this person is starting to see. So they're like, we are not in Albuquerque anymore because I decided to control this. Because again, they were so controlling, and you saw that, and you're like, I'm not playing this fucking game with you. You're not going to control me. You can't control me. It's like, and this person really thought that they were going to be able to, again, that you were going to be consumed with them, again, because they like to play that game. Now they're consumed with you. That's again because they were childish and acted not serious. So we say again, are they going to do anything, or are they just going to say this? Well, again, eventually, I guess this person's getting more and more and more and more and more and more and more uncomfortable every day with your silence, like, which is what we're seeing. And that's why they're growing impatient, and they're realizing, like, wait a minute, this wasn't a game. Wait a minute, like, I really needed to go back and fix this. Really, I should have given an explanation. Look at what I did. Why did I do that? They weren't like willing to look at any of this before. None of it. Trauma. I have unresolved trauma, and I took it out on you. And so, well, obviously, people that, are acting from a place of love don't do that. I can't admit how deep my feelings are for you. Again, emotionally not intelligent. It's like the emotions are something that scare them. They get overstimulated because of that unresolved trauma. So it's, again, they get close. It's like it's a psychological reversal. It's like you like me, but then you abuse me. It's like it doesn't make sense. Now, again, this is why we look at it, because it has nothing to do with you, where you'll be like, the person acts like an asshole and they're mean. And it's like, again, because of their fear, their anxiety, I still want to be friends, but it's hard right now. Like, it's, again, they know that you're not really, they really think that they're not going to be able to be in your life as boyfriend and girlfriend. They don't think that, but they would want to be your friend, but they don't want to revisit everything that they did. They're like really ashamed of that. They don't want to talk about it because that's where their trauma is. I feel like, what did this person do? They probably cheated, drank, did it all. And I'm saying, because it's like, it's almost like this person's like, I don't even know who I was. I don't even know who I was. I don't know why I treated you the way that I treated you. And, this person waited a long time to come back to say anything, didn't want to say anything, didn't want to apologize. And so, you didn't fight them. You didn't say anything. You just shut yourself off. And this person's like, had never experienced that before. Like, I mean, you took your friendship away. It's like, and it was real. And this person's starting to see everything through the silence. It's, again, because they can't, say anything. That's why this person's like, almost like, I want to bump into you. Because if you yell at me, it would almost be so much easier. You have to talk to me then. You have to say something. And either way, I will know whether or not you want to stay in my life or not. It's like whether we're going to move forward, because I can't move forward until I do, is what I keep feeling. And that's why. And so what you see is laziness, but what I see is overstimulation, stuck and stupid. It's, again, this is what a spiritual block looks like. You're not doing anything, just sitting on your fucking ass, talking to your friends, maybe drinking your beer, like doing, like, every day is the same. Like, but that's because this person refuses to show the emotion, because they're like, I can't really admit how much feelings that I have for you. It's hard for them, because, again, then they'd have to go back and say, why did I do all this? But either way, they're being forced to do that. They have no control over it. Everyone has a conscience, even though it feels like it's just this person's like, if I could just pop up and we can have a conversation, and we could be friends that way. Or, but it's, again, it's the judgment. It's the judgment. This person does things that create judgment, and they know you're going to use your voice. You're going to say something. It's like, because they're like, I know you're going to say something. Like, I know, like, it's almost like you always catch it. You always catch it. It's like, when someone like spills a little something on their shirt and no one sees it, but you always have that one friend that as soon as they look at you, they're like, oh, you got a spot right there. And you're like, what the fuck? No one sees that. I had a pin over it. It was camouflaged. What are you, fucking looking for shit? Like, that's where what this person is like, where you're like, no, but I saw it. It's like, I'm intuitive. I see it. I know it. I can't help it. And it's like, so it's almost like this person has burdens of their own. And I feel like, because they don't have good relationships. So it's the burdens from past relationships. It's the burdens that they put on themselves from not healing it, keeps them in a place of disempowerment. And then it's like they don't want to be. So it turned into a competition, like of not gonna talk to you. I'm gonna have you talk to me first, so I don't have to, and I'm gonna lose myself in work, and try to forget about you again. But they have impulsive energy. Like I said, they have addictive energy. So they will have impulsive energy, which tells me again, the betrayal. It's like I'm so afraid to deal with the betrayal. It keeps bringing this person back to their trauma. So eventually, are they going to get out of it? Not right now. They're not, is what I see. It's like they're in this loop of, I don't know how to get out of it, because you're not going to forget. And I have no explanation. And I don't really want to visit that, because if I visit that, then I really have to do all the healing. It's why I did what I did to begin with. And so it's almost like this person never expected. I know I messed up everything. That's what flipped over. Like literally, I know I messed up everything. So it's like this person is in a place of guilt. They're in a place of remorse. I will wait for a sign from you. My life is not as together as it seems, obviously. So you see, like this person's like, my life is probably not even as whatever they said. They might have said that they have a great job. Maybe it's not as great. Maybe they said they owned everything. They don't. That like the appearance, understand this person has intimacy issues. That's trust. And again, because I feel like someone betrayed them at a young age, so they wind up just never really forming those strong connections. And so they can betray people. And this person, when they met you, it was like that, but they didn't expect that it to hurt like this. You know that song, Only Love Can Hurt Like This? Like that's what I feel like. I know I can't sing, but it's like that's what I feel like. Like this person is like I know it's real because this shit hurts. This shit hurts because you're silent. Like normally I wouldn't care. Like this person wouldn't care. Is the fact that it's like you're doing nothing. And so again, when we look, you keep seeing again, like for a long time, this person was afraid of commitment. I am intimidated by you. So until this person really does the healing, I don't feel like, again, they're going to stay in a place of not doing anything, which sucks, because it's like, well, what the hell is that then? Why would spirit bring you a person that sits there and is like, I'm too ashamed of what I did to really apologize, and you're going to hold my feet to the fire? So it's like, what the hell is that? It's like a disappointment. Well, I understand spirit would never give you something and then, have you grow attached. And if you handled it properly, which you did, not give you something in return. Know that. It's again that it might not just be here this second, because there's always a space between what you sow to what you reap. And so understand you didn't do that. So again, realize karma would have been playing out right now if you would have. And so there's a space. So again, we look at your inner child wounds to say, well, why? Abandonment, card number 1. We look at the inner child wounds to see what is the fragmentation that is playing out. So whether that's emotional, psychological, or physical, that is, again, people don't show up. And again, I feel like I'm misunderstood. And I feel like because you're someone that appears very strong and like you don't need anyone, you had to be relying on yourself, maybe at a young age, but that doesn't mean that you don't want it. So it's again like there's a sense of people tend to perceive you as one way and treat you the way that they perceive you, but not how you are. That's what I feel like. Where even this person, why did they devalue you in the beginning? It's again, there was almost like a sense of, I didn't know that I had feelings for you. I didn't see who you were until you went silent. That's a key. Hold on to it, because we're going to get back to it. I always say, again, no time and attention. And that could be your parents were busy, they were divorced, they had issues of their own, oppression, and keeping you down. Saying, well, if I wanted to, you know, express myself a certain way, if I wanted to do something, again, parents just strict. And I think everybody has that one, by the way. I mean, parents did the best that they could do, whatever home that you came from. Because again, from a spiritual perspective, there's always a story of who you think you are, and then there's a story of who you truly are. And again, it's because we are born into certain families and experiences which give us the illusion that we're something until we see something else. It takes time for us to have our own unique unfoldment process in really finding who we are. But if you grow up with a parent that was like, no, you will go to college and you will get a degree and you should be a doctor and you should marry this person. And there's a sense we all want to please our parents. And if they were kind of strict or very influential to the point that it bled into what you really wanted, then again, you know that you would have a second chakra imbalance. And that is also when you're pretty much taught that love is conditional, as long as this way. And so people tend to do that. The only love that's perfect is the love that you give yourself. And again, that's because spirit lives inside of you. So when you're giving yourself, you're actually co-creating with spirit and the universe. And no one loves you more than God, and God is spirit. And spirit is part of the universe, and it's ubiquitous. So it's always going to bring you things to support you for healing, regardless of who doesn't like it, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, magic. You know your own magic. Again, that you have magic. And that could be you're very intuitive, you're very creative, you can make something out of nothing, And that's when you don't get time and attention, also know, and you feel abandoned and suppressed, it means that you have a very rich internal life. And that rich internal life is the imagination. And that is the gateway to the spiritual realm, to the astral realm. And remember, if you can imagine it, you can create it. So people see you as, wow, you manifest easy. It's like manifest because, again, hey, you know how to detach and be like, hey, if I was oppressed, I still had to be like, I couldn't run away, but I was going to be inside myself. And love. Didn't feel loved. Again, didn't feel, unless you molded to the environment, and some of you could be like, I had loving parents, but they had their own issues. And if they had their issues, then you too, again, your second chakra was affected because then we're trying to help our parent. We're trying to be there for our parent. We're not creating ourselves. It's not a blame game. There's a story of who you think you are, then there's a real story of who you truly are. And God does that for its glory. So you have an actual relationship with spirit. So you actually have a relationship with the universe so that you always feel loved and supported, to realize that your parents are just people. They're just people that grew up in certain environments during certain times. And those times were harder than our times because they were ignorant to a lot of things. They just weren't. So spirit says now it's time to transmute that negative energy, because your ancestors, the ones that died, well, they don't just aid you and help you, but you also help them. They're on the other side being like, please show us how to create our own heaven on earth. Show us how to transcend the limitations of our mind. We have aided you through so many experiences, for your healing, because we've gone through those experiences, but there's been things that we haven't mastered ourselves, that we have to master. It's again, because otherwise we have to come down and have that lesson again, and it's a hard lesson. So again, what is the lesson? And Spirit says, always listen to the whisper of your soul guiding you. Align your actions always with your values. So again, be in alignment with the laws of love, the laws of God, the laws of the universe. They're all the same thing. So be true to yourself. That's what that means. And listen to your intuition. And you might say, well, I don't know what that is. And Spirit says it's connected to your passion for life, your hobbies, your interests, the things that fill you, where you lose your time, your energy, your focus, and your money. Those are your resources. You're the magician of your life. Where are you putting them? It's again to create your life beyond your soul's calling, where your family might have grown up being like, well, times were tough and there wasn't, and we were taught more from a logical, analytical mind that, we had to work, 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 work. And we needed to, exhaust ourselves and work underneath people that were, not nice to us. And we were always in a place of survival because our money was connected to that, was connected to that corporate world, or and where we were. Maybe we were immigrants. Maybe we didn't have the education. Maybe we didn't have the money or the status or whatever. It's again where, well, that's an illusion. That's an illusion. Those are outside things. The kingdom of heaven's inside of you. If you can imagine it, you can create it. It's again, you're the magician of your life. You're the alchemist of your life, regardless of what's happening in your environment. You have that power. The illusion is that we don't. And it's because we don't, we become our trauma. We become separated. Spirit says, and to heal it, you move into the unknown. How do you get to see a different version of yourself? You move into the unknown. You meet new people. You enter different situations. You allow yourself to have different experiences. Travel is again so that you learn more, so that you again learn who you are. You see yourself of who you are today. You get your own likes. You form your own values. You become strong within yourself. You pour into yourself. Spirit said, you were oppressed. You weren't allowed to have that. That's what that meant. So how would you pull it? It's like, I never get anything. That's what happened here. I feel like I'm not deserving. I never get anything emotionally. Spirit says, you need to do that for yourself. It's otherwise you're going to wind up in a codependent relationship. Better to get nobody than someone, again, toxic. Again, being with someone like that, it would be completely frustrating because it's like they don't have it together. The Spirit says, you have it together. Your life is just bland. Go into the unknown. Find what you really like. Get choices. You needed to integrate all facets of yourself. You had fragmentation. That's why you attracted that person. You needed to heal it. And you needed to heal it by saying, wait a minute, I'm worth a lot more than this. And I don't need to yell and scream about it. I'm going to put my energy towards, and Spirit says, to integrate that place. Because you'd be in the passion for life. You wouldn't tolerate it. You'd be like, you don't give me anything. You're gonna sit there and you're gonna figure it out. I'm not gonna focus on you. I'm too busy in my life, is what Spirit's saying. But you were oppressed. Don't try to make people do anything. When you again step into the best version of yourself, you see you have limitless potential, okay? And then you're becoming the magnet for love because, hey, you're doing what you love. You're becoming love. You're automatically going to connect deeper to people. Again, because, hey, there's a focus. It's not on who you are, like from your past experiences. People get into relationships, they tell the person too much of their past. Don't tell a person of the past. If they want to get to know you, they can find that out over time. But they're not worth it. It's like people aren't worth it. They have to earn it, and they earn it by how much do they give? You may know that you give a lot. You might say, well, I can't help it. Well, if you were busy in your life, and really enjoying your life, like I said, the person would have come in giving a lot more than just a good looking face and nice words, because you're like, I'm having a good time over here. I'm meeting a lot of people. I'm interacting. I'm living my bliss. I don't know whether I want to take a chance. Prove to me. Prove to me. It's like you're the CEO of your life. If you're the CEO, you think that you have time for everything, or you're going to put the time and energy towards things that are going to grow you, that are going to benefit the company, that are going to grow the company. That's how you have to treat yourself, Spirit says. And understand, we leave off with the voice of the heart. Silence the fear in you and discover the voice of your heart. The fruit of these words guides you. Trust the song of your soul. Your intuition leads you on the path of light. Now, the only problem that I have with this is sometimes we can confuse emotion with intuition. No, emotion is something that you'll have a lot of anxiety even when you think that is intuition. Where intuition comes on randomly, and there's always a call to action right after. The difference is one feels calm and one doesn't. So again, you always want to lead with your heart when it comes to your passions, your hobbies, your interests, things that fill up your soul, right? Again, things that fill you. As far as relationships, you should trust your gut. And if you don't feel confident enough to trust your gut, do the Silva Ultramind method, the Jose Silva Ultramind method. You can find it right on YouTube to recondition yourself on how to get to that level of the mind to have better intuition. Because again, it's very easy to tell what with a karmic if you're busy, but if you're not, it's not, if that makes sense. All right, I'm going to leave that there. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know. Give it a like, share, subscribe. I will be on later when my hair is looking a lot better than what it looks like now. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Oh, look, my clicker is still not working. See what I have to do? It's like I have to. This was something that happened today too. As soon as I got on, I tried to put it on and it goes dead. I have to plug it in. I have to shut it off. I got to turn it back on. It's really irritating. See, we're stuck. We're stuck. Anyway, if anyone has any questions, you can feel free to ask. I don't know what's going on. Like, it's not like, oh, there it goes. Okay, it's finally connecting. All right. I need to charge my clicker. I will be on later. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.